Can we talk? How are you? Solid. Have you ever been afraid to cut your hair? You spend all this time growing this hair, and you've been seeing it a little bit. It's been a little wild, untamable, some would, say. And you're looking at it, you're making all this effort every morning. Make it look good. Make it look good. Just make it look good, make it look presentable so I can leave the house feeling better. You do this every morning and it's so very stressful to the point to where you decide, should I just cut my hair? But you don't want to. You don't want to cut your hair because cutting your hair would mean losing something. And who knows how long it'll be until you have your hair at the length that you want it to be back at. Who knows just what that'll mean? How will people look at you? Will other people, approve of this? I feel like we get really caught up in those things when we're thinking about something that we truthfully care about. But I feel like we forget something. I forget something. Sometimes cutting your hair is the best thing you can do to keep it healthy. I know, sounds crazy, right? Sometimes cutting your hair is exactly what you need because you need to give that new growth under your hair some chance to, rise and shine. Now, what if I said we weren't talking about hair here? Sometimes you need to lose something for what's underneath to come sprouting out. And once it does, it'll take some time, but eventually you'll have just what you lost. I think often at times I get really caught up in what I have and don't have. I know I have this. I know I don't have this. And it is when we get caught up in those things, we stop seeing everything for what it truthfully is and how valuable it is to be able to restart something, to be able to give that another chance, another try. Now, I need you all, anyone watching, to see this the same way I've learned to see it now, the same way I've been taught to see it, the same way I'm learning to see it. Losing something, losing someone, doesn't always mean you've lost. Things can be different, and it just takes time to realize, okay, this is how I maneuver until I'm back to where it is. Like cutting your hair. You can cut your hair and it'll feel a little uncomfortable at first, but you'll learn to embrace it. You'll start wearing hats. You'll start styling it differently until eventually you'll realize all this time your hair's been growing. It's been growing and it's back to what you wanted it to be. You're comfortable again. You took that step and you let it grow. You took care of it because now you had a different knowledge. Before, you were just wild child, letting it out. No care in the world, no moisturizer, no shampoo, nothing. Just living your life as free as it is. And for some time that worked. You were a kid. Kids are messy, right? Kids are unkept. But as you get older, you started to realize that your appearance matters a little more to you. You start thinking about these things. And what if I said again, we weren't talking about people, or we're not talking about hair here, but we're talking about people, relationships, who you are as a person. For some time, while we were children, we didn't care about what other people thought. But I'm sure we all remember that certain age we hit where suddenly it just felt like, man, people mean something to me. Things matter to me. Their opinions matter. You tried every morning, waking up every morning to make things right. You stressed yourself thin and out. You're losing it. All for the sake of making something work. When the entirety of the time, you should be embracing on how to change, how to move with this change. So you cut your hair, you lost something, but that doesn't mean it's lost forever. It'll grow back. You severed a relationship. It doesn't have to stay severed. Come back with the knowledge you've learned after letting your hair grow, after letting yourself grow. I got a text this morning, and it meant a lot to me. Even though something else ended, there's always new growth that comes from that. And it's true. I needed to hear that. And that's why I'm sharing it with you guys. Even though something has ended, there's always a chance for something new to begin from it. Something great. Don't let certain situations spell doom. Don't let certain problems in your life spell the end of all. Sometimes things have to end so something else can start. If you kept listening to the same song for the rest of your life, you'd never know the great things that are out there. And that isn't to mean that once you find that one song, you'll stick to it forever, because we're talking about songs here and not people. People are a little more complex than just a music, note. But I think you can try to apply that in a lot of things. Sometimes you have to be forced into a situation where you weren't really prepared for it. You didn't really see this going that way. And once you're in that situation, you won't know what to do at first. And it'll feel like what you just had, what you've wanted, it's over. Your hair has been cut. But remind yourself, it'll grow back. You will grow back. The person that you want to become, the person that you want to be, that'll all still happen so long as you keep on growing. Keep applying to yourself. Keep on giving yourself these chances to experience. And before you know it, you'll have grown exactly back to where you want it to be. And this time, you won't need what you had before to get you there. Before, you were young. Your hair's grown that long because you had the strength of your parents to, keep it nice and in shape and, uniform. I don't know about anybody else, but when I was a boy, when I was really little, my mom used to take us to the barbershop and she would just make us cut all our hair off because she just did not really think we would take care of it. But once we started getting older, she gave us that chance, that opportunity. Prove to me that you will take care of your hair and I won't cut your hair off. Now, you had hair before. You had someone before. And maybe you took it for granted because you never thought it would be gone. You never thought you'd have to part with it. You never thought you'd ever have to see this thing go away. And now you have, and you don't know what to do. You don't know how to be. Remind yourself that it's not over. You can still keep growing. You can still keep learning. You can still keep trying. And when you're ready, you seek that thing out again. Maybe it'll find you. Keep on growing. Be like hair. That's really all I have to say. Yeah. Be able to grow. Don't shut yourself off. Don't hide yourself. Don't tell yourself it's over because of a small thing. Because it isn't. Even though something has ended, there's always a chance for new growth. Thank you.